The streets is dead, bro. Hey, what's up, y'all? It's your boy Reezy Stacks, aka MR.RELATABLE. I just want to tell you my story, bro. I feel like my story needs to be shared, and yeah, I kind of just want to get off my chest. I feel like I don't talk about it that much, so So boom, I got in the streets. Not like I'm a gangster out here claiming a gang, like I'm not no blood, not no crip. I'm just a natural born hustler. I guess you could say a street nigga. You feel what I'm saying? I was hustling. I caught my case and I beat it, or I didn't beat it, but it's closed, and now we're living a legit lifestyle. You feel what I'm saying? So I just wanted to, express my story. So, here's a little background about me. I come from a 2-parent household, and I had a pretty fair life. My dad and mom made an honest living, so we weren't never really struggling, but we weren't rich. We didn't have money. Like, there was days where, like, we always had food on the table, but we struggled as in we can't get the things we want when we want. You know what I mean? Like, we couldn't get the pair of shoes that we wanted. I couldn't always get the newest game. Just the shit that everybody wanted, that everybody had, I just couldn't get. Like, some people could come in school with the freshest J's, and I gotta wear Skechers type shit. Like, you feel what I'm saying? So I come from a middle class family, wasn't. One thing I could say is about my family is that they were alcoholics for sure, and there was a lot of alcoholism in my family, and that brought a lot of trauma, I guess, to me and my sister. All my cousins was in the streets on my dad's side. My mom's side was like, the suburbs, kept their head in the books and stuff like that. So, I come from a family from the best of both worlds. My mom's from the suburbs, my dad's from the hood. They clicked up and had your boy Reezy Stacks. So boom, I want to say my journey of being a trapper, I want to say, started when I was 13. When I first started smoking weed, I was always around weed. I always had access to it, and I used to smoke just to get high. Like, I never thought to make money off of it until one day I came home from school, and somebody I know had just came home from prison, and I had never met him, but a friend of mine's uncle had came home, and he had introduced me to the weed he had. And I was thinking, like, dang, I'm trying to get fried. I didn't know how I was gonna get fried that day. I'm telling you, every day we was scraping up money to get a nick, you feel me, or the Reggie, just to get fried. You feel what I'm saying? So he pulled me to the side after I was coming home from the school bus. I'm over here walking up the street like, damn, how the fuck am I gonna get high today? And God had blessed me with the plug. You feel me? I'm like, damn. So he pulled me to the side. He's like, yo, youngin', you smoke? I'm thinking in my head, hell yeah. But I had to play it cool because I don't want to seem like no fiend. I was like, yeah, I be getting fried. You feel me? He like, here, try some of this. That shit was some Orange County Kush or something, bro. That shit was gas. You feel me? Some pure. That was that 2015, 2016 gas. That was that gas, that $20 a gram type shit. You feel me? So boom, I go. I'm hype as shit. I get to walking down the street back to my homies, because it was me and my 2 friends. We used to always get home from school and get fried, but nobody had no way of getting no bread, so we all went home sick. So your boy Reezy Stacks had to come back down the street like, yo, I got some gas, like, let's get fried. Niggas was like, what? Man, come to bro crib. So we end up going to bro crib, and we rolling it up, and we like, damn, that's some gas. Like, where you get that? I said, some old head up the street just gave it to me, bro. I don't even know. I just met that nigga today. They like, word, he's tough. I'm like, yeah. So we smoke, get fried. I go home, go to bed, get up, go to school. Again, same situation. I'm like, I don't even know how I'm gonna get fried. I'm not finna ask the old head for some more. You know what I'm saying? I was never the type to, be asking for shit. Like, I don't even know him. Like, you feel me? I ain't never been a beggar. You feel me? So, you know what I'm saying? He's out on the porch again. And I'm not gonna lie. At this point, I'm thinking like, yo, this can't be a coincidence. Like he's trying something. You know what I'm saying? You feel me? Like you at this, you just happen to be outside on the porch every day when I get home from school, bro. Come on, man. Like, what you up to? And now you want to build this connection with me and shit. Like, I see what you doing. So boom, he pulled me up to the side. He was like, yo, did you like that shit? I was like, yeah, bro, that was some of the best shit I ever had. I ain't even gonna lie. Mind you, I'm 15, 16 at the time. Like, I wasn't even smoking. I was smoking a lot, but I wasn't like Snoop Dogg level yet. You feel me? I wasn't getting high all the time, 24/7. Like, I ain't have it like that. It was just when I could get it, I'm getting fried. That was me. So boom. What happened? Oh yeah, so he get to talking about some I got more. I'm like, for real? He was like, you know niggas that want it? I'm like, boom. A light bulb went on my head, bro, because prior to all of this, I used to get fried. Like in school, used to skip class and go get fried. Everybody used to always ask me like, bro, how are you getting gas? How are you getting gas? I'm like, I just know people, you feel me? I just know them. They like, can you put me on? I'm like, I mean, if you come to the crib and come, you mean, I got you, like, you feel me? But we all young, don't nobody got no driver's license, don't nobody, mom and dad know that they smoking. It's like, you mean, it's like if you can get it, you can get it type shit. I just so happened to be able to get it because I was always surrounded by weed. So it was like, I got access to it all the time. I just didn't think to start selling it because I just never had that in my head. So when he was like, yo, you know niggas that would buy? I'm like, hell yeah. I'm like, for sure. He was like, look, I fuck with you. I fuck with your pops and shit. So, you know what I'm saying? Keep this shit on the low. He was like, I want you to take this and I want you to come back with so and so amount of money. I'm like, all right, bet. So I go to school and I just start approaching everybody like, yo, you need something you mean? You need something you mean? They like, yeah. Mind you, he gave me a quarter. Broke that shit down. Like I said, 20 a gram. So, boom, that's what, $140? You feel me? Off a Q. So I was like breaking that shit down. Mind you, actually, no, I'm capping because I had to smoke some, so it was probably like a little less than that, probably like 100, 120. But he only wanted 70. So I'm like, word, bet. So go to school, got rid of it the next day, same day type shit. Everybody had money on them. So I'm like, all right, bet. I come back, I'm like, here, bro. You know what I'm saying? He put me on. So we had a good system going for a little bit. You feel me? And then after a minute, I was fucking his money up because I kept getting fried. So I was smoking his shit. And I came back short like $10, bro, one time. We was on a good payroll, bro. We was on a good system. Came back short $10. And he stopped fucking with me. He was like, man, you fucking up my pay, man. Back then, it was, I get it, though, because the numbers was crazy back then. So it was like, I feel you, bro. I feel you, like, you know what I'm saying? So after that, I got a job, and I started saving up my money to go grab, you know what I mean? Well, I went from that to just grabbing, like, a O. You feel me? I went from trapping out the quarter to trapping out the O. You know what I'm saying? And then just after, like, knowing so many people and being so engaging with my community, everybody just was shopping, and it was just like boom, me and some of the homies, we was all on the same page. Everybody was just shopping, we was just moving that shit. And then really that rest is history, bro. I was moving that shit in high school. After high school, I quit my job and just went full-time in the streets, bro. Boom, I'm grabbing bowls now, like bowls on bowls on bowls, like, you feel me? I don't want to say too much, but you know what I'm saying, we was moving up in the ranks. For real. I'm talking 30K a month. Crazy numbers, bro. Crazy numbers. And I was doing that for a few years. Bro. And it got to a point where it was like, bro, I'm making way too much money and I don't even know what to do with it. You feel me? So after some time, you know what I'm saying, I want to say from 2017 to 2022, shit was crazy. I'm living a luxury lifestyle, bro. I'm buying cars, I'm going on trips. I ain't have no job. I was fucking with the hoes. I was doing, like, I was literally living that life, bro, for a long time. And eventually it got boring because it was just like I wanted something new. And I also was at a point in my life where I wanted to change because I started really thinking about my future, because I'm like 3 years out of high school, and I'm like, bro, I'm not even in college. I'm not doing nothing. Like, am I gonna do this the rest of my life? I kind of had a realization, like, am I gonna do this for the rest of my life? And then eventually I was like, nah, I'm gonna try to start this business. And not knowing that it takes a lot of discipline to start a business, bro. And I'm far from disciplined. I'm the most undisciplined nigga ever. I'm just making money. I'm not going to the gym. I'm not worried about my mental health. I'm smoking my mental health away. I'm drinking. Like, I didn't think to have a business how, like, focus minded you have to be. Like, it doesn't take a lot of focus to trap, bro. All you gotta do is just have the shit, know some people, and make an exchange. That's it. Like, it don't take a lot. You feel me? It don't take a lot of mental capacity. Like, a nigga could be damn near dead and he could still serve a nigga, put his money up, and then go back to being halfway dead. Like, it ain't nothing. You know what I'm saying? So, long story short, I mean, this story, I could talk about this shit all day. Long story short, after getting too comfortable with the trap, hold on. My fault, I'm about to go get a cut, so that shit, I had to end that real quick. But back to what I was saying. Long story short, I was moving that shit and I got too comfortable. And you feel me? I was doing it for so long without any consequences behind me that I felt like I was untouchable. I felt like nothing could really stop me from doing what I'm doing. I'm thinking I'm just gonna do this shit all the time with no consequences. You know what I'm saying? And you feel me? I mean, like I said, I could talk about it now because the case is closed. Ain't nobody going, you know what I'm saying, chase me after. I did my time already. So, you feel me? You know, I'm at the point in this shit where I need people to, you know, move shit for me because it's getting too crazy. Like, it's getting too crazy. I can't do it all by myself. And somebody has sent me a play, and this play had got this shit got domino affected. Like, one nigga sent it to another nigga nigga sent it to me, and it was just like a triple down effect. Like, everybody got cooked over this shit except for the original nigga, because the original nigga wasn't really in this shit. He was trying to be in the shit, and he just ended up passing the nigga to other niggas on some dumb shit. Like, he don't even know what he doing. He just doing it because he see everybody else doing it. And that's another thing. A lot of niggas, the way niggas was moving back then, a lot of niggas thought because how we was moving that they could do the same shit, not realizing that we had years built into this shit. You can't just hop in the mix and then just start serving everybody. Like, no, that's how you get caught up. You feel me? You have to be well seasoned and well groomed, and you got to be able to you just basically got to have a name and a reputation. Like, you can't just be out the blue trying to hop in the mix. Like, you're gonna get fucked up. You feel me? And so, like I said, nigga sent a nigga to me, and I ended up selling to an undercover cop. You feel me? I sold to him 3 times or 2 times. The first time I served him, it was cool. He seemed like a regular bull. He was probably my age. You would have never thought. Like, I'm telling you, anybody would have served that nigga, bro. Anybody. You feel me? And I'm thinking I got another client. I'm like, all right, that's what's up. Like, love, boom, boom, boom. He come back again like a week later. He playing this shit out perfectly. Second time he came, he got my address. He seen me walk out the crib. He got my address and shit. So, took a picture, got a warrant for my crib and all of that. Third time, it was crazy though. The third time was the craziest shit. This is how I know God is real, because the third time that I was supposed to serve the nigga, my friend had came down from Pittsburgh. He came over to my crib the day before, and we were all chilling, we were all kicking it. But he left his phone at my crib the night before, so I ended up taking him to our other friend's house, and he left his phone at my crib. So I was at work the next day. Mind you, I had a job. I was at work the next day, and what happened? Oh yeah, I had a strange feeling that whole day, bro. It was a cloudy day. It wasn't really sunny. Like, the energy was just low that day, you feel me? It was very low, and it was just very off. It was very low. It was very off. And I just knew something was wrong. So I ended up leaving work early, right? I was tired. I was mentally tired. There was something, my spirit was just down that day. And this is what I'm saying. So, boom. I ended up going home, right? And I was gonna take a nap. And then I ended up seeing his phone. Laying in my gaming chair. And I'm like, damn, this nigga about to go to Pittsburgh today. He can't forget his phone. And so I called bro. I'm like, yo, this nigga left his phone here. He like, yeah, bro, we've been looking for that shit all day. Like, what the fuck? I'm like, yeah, bro, I'm about to bring it to you because I know you gonna need your phone when, you know what I'm saying? Because those is my guys. Like, those are my brothers. You feel me? I'm like, yeah, I got you, bro. So, boom. I go bring him his phone. I go back to my man crib. Mind you, I'm supposed to meet up with the undie at like 3 o'clock. Right now, it's like 2 o'clock or some shit. I'm supposed to meet up with the undie at 3. You know what I'm saying? 3:30. So, boom. I'm not home, mind you. I'm at my man's crib so I can bring him his phone. I'm not at the crib. And we over there smoking. And you know, when I used to serve niggas, I used to be on my time. Like, you feel me? I used to have niggas waiting for me, all types of shit. I'd be bullshitting. There's sometimes niggas waited for me for like 30 minutes. I was drawing. I was definitely drawing. And it so happened that my nigga tendencies kicked in that day, and I just was on some bullshit that was making that nigga wait. So, what happened? So we at my man crib, we smoking. I'm ready to take them back up to my crib, and then I was gonna take them somewhere else so they could go back to Pittsburgh. And literally, I'm on my way back to my neighborhood. I'm literally 5 minutes outside my neighborhood, bro. I get a phone call. Yo, Stacks, your crib's getting raided. Don't go home. There's a whole bunch of cops surrounding your crib. I'm like, what? I'm like, yo, that nigga was an undie? Fuck. I'm panicking. I'm like, fuck. You know what I'm saying? My sister's home though. And, you know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna get into too much detail about that part, but my sister was home and I'm calling her. She not answering the phone. She's asleep. Thank God she used to skip school all the fucking time though, because, bro, she literally used to skip school all the time, and then she'll pick the weirdest days to go to school, and that shit used to have me so hot, bro. So hot. But that day, I was proud of her. I'm like, yo, thank God you was home. So I call her. I'm like, yo, don't panic. Don't do nothing. You know what I'm saying? I need you to listen to what I say and listen carefully. There's cops outside. They're about to raid the crib. I need you to act cool and don't do too much. You know what I'm saying? So I'm telling her about it, yada yada yada. She get to tripping a little bit, but I'm like, listen, just stay calm. You feel me? And then, you know what I'm saying? They raided that shit. Actually, no, I'm lying. He called me. He was like, yo, you there? I'm like, he's like, you coming, right? I said, yeah, I am. I'll be there in a few minutes. And mind you, they had cops all around the neighborhood waiting for me to come into the neighborhood, but I had got the tip, and I was like, all right, bet. And you feel me? What had happened was, I had got the tip, and I told him, I'm like, yeah, just give me like 15 minutes, I'll be there. Mind you, I already know what's going on. I'm hip. And yeah, I had to handle some shit, but I never ended up going home. So I told him, give me 15 minutes because I needed that 15 minutes to do something to make sure that I was cool, because I knew this shit was gonna happen regardless. So they kicked in the crib, they found what they found, they took that shit. I never went home. I was on a run for 2 weeks because I was not turning myself in without a lawyer, because they was gonna house me, bro. The amount of shit they found, they took $30,000 from me, a bunch of shit, a bunch of paraphernalia, etc. You feel me? So boom, that shit happened the way it happened. And then I was on the run for 2 weeks. I camped out at my man's crib. I was camped out at my ex-girlfriend's crib. She kicked me out. We got into an argument. She kicked me out. Shit got crazy, bro. It was one of them situations I didn't know how the fuck I was finna get out of that shit. I kind of just let God do his thing. So I ended up getting a lawyer, and yeah, I ended up getting a lawyer, and I ended up fighting that case for a whole year. Now, I think I'm gonna end the story right here. Let me know if y'all want a part 2. When I went to court, I ended up getting 3 months in jail because it was my first offense. I was only 21, I was only 21 or 22 at the time. I forget. I think I turned 22 that year, and I got locked up from November 17th to January 22nd. So I missed all the holidays. I was in jail from that 2022 into 2023, and I'll do another story time about my jail experience. But I just want to let you know the street shit is dead. There is no outlet from it. I'm gonna be honest, when you're in it the way I was in it, you get stuck in it because it's constant money. You want to keep your clientele satisfied, and you're stuck in that shit. You're stuck in a cycle of money, and the money ain't legit, so you can't do too much with it except low vibrational things. Like, you can't take that money and invest into properties unless you have a solid proof of income. Like, you need a business or something, or you need a job that you've been working at for a while, because you need bank statements. You know what I'm saying? If you start putting cash into your bank account, the bank's gonna flag your money, and they're gonna ask you where you're getting your money from, and they'll build a case on you, and it's a lot of extra shit that you just don't want to deal with. So if you are in that shit, you need to find an exit. You feel what I'm saying? And that's pretty much what I'm saying. The streets is dead. There is no positive outcome on that shit. You know what I'm saying? The only positive outcome is getting out, and that's it. Some people can take the money and do something else with it, and that's cool. But a lot of niggas stay in it, and then they reap the consequences for what they're doing. And I was one of those people. Now I'm out of it. I got a legitimate job. I'm starting a legitimate business, and it's not as fast as I want it to be, but it's stable and it's legit, and it keeps me my peace. I'm not looking over my shoulder all the time. You know what I'm saying? I got a lot of stories to tell, and that's just part 1. Let me know if y'all want to hear another story. Just drop it in the comments. I can get way more in detail, but just let me know what you want me to go more in depth on, and I'll lock in with y'all. But other than that, peace out. Stay positive. Get in the gym. Eat healthy. Take care of your mental health, and stay out the streets. Peace.